They're gone.
Really? That made you say what the fuck? Last week I think I made a joke about fucking dudes getting butt.
No, the only reason why it made me say what the fuck is because I automatically think of Ben. Now that's a what the fuck.
The only one-legged fucking walking tree out there.
Sorry, Ben. I don't even know if you watch this.
No, probably not. But...
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He's not here.
Oh shit. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, what the fuck. Wow, that's the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Have a good night, guys.
I'm still processing the whole fucking diabetes.
Well, hold on. Let me find it. Because you gotta watch it.
Aren't you the one that said he did that to himself purposely?
About Ben?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He just doesn't want to work.
No, I made a joke about I made that joke, but everything, it could have been prevented.
Well, I mean, yes. Like, yeah, it can be. It can very much be prevented. And a lot of times it's one of those, how bad do you want it?
Yeah.
Like, you have to make quite the shift in your diet and just a lot of habits, and habits are hard to break. But it can be prevented. Right? Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on.
Type 2 adult onset diabetes.
It's a classic.
He was iconic for the whatever decade he was in.
That must have been like the 80s,
90s, yeah. Walker, Texas Ranger. When the eyes of the ranger are upon you,
Oh,
any girl you see's gonna pee.
what?
I don't know.
This turned into a stalkery, rapey kind of thing.
Well, you know what they say about rape. Gang rape. 9 out of 10 people enjoy it.
That's true.
It's been fun, YouTube.
Merry Christmas.
See you on Rumble. Or
There you go, guy. Yeah.
You got a knife?
Don't do it, man. I'll take it back. Well, there's that. And there's this.
Oh, I forgot your gift, man.
And there's this.
What do you get when you guzzle down sweet? Looking like Ben missing one of my feet.
Pretty soon.
I'm sorry, Ben.
What the fuck? You have to thank him next time you see him.
Yeah.
For all the good times.
Thanks for the comedy gold, homie.
And.
Oh my God! You know, I want to go home and get mine now. I forgot yours.
He's going to go home and drown himself.
Two Spanish from Spain for right
I don't even remember what it...
right Mega Man. I am Mega Man. Sounds like a... What was the knockoff game? The one with Jackie Chan? The Nintendo game?
Hong Kong 97.
Hong Kong 97. What was that song again? How did it go?
Oh, shit. It'll pop into my head in a second.
Hold on a second. And I feel like... Hold on, I got this.
It's just that loop over and over and over and over.
97 song. Oh my God. It was the first thing that popped up in the search.
Of course. It's notorious. Just forever. The game starts and
with this song.
This is what you hear, and you don't even get a break. It just plays through the intro, the title screen, and the game, and it just goes.
Everything, non-stop, folks.
I have the game. It's on my emulator.
Yes.
We played it.
All right, well.
Go ahead, open it, fucker.
Dude.
Everyone's waiting to see. Everyone wants to know.
Oh my God, vacuum sealed? Holy shit.
Yeah, it came in. It's like a giant potato chip. So
I paused my game to be here. That's awesome, dude.
I figured.
I'm still gonna break it, dude. Feel how stiff that is.
I know. I got it. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's about as stiff as me after a Cialis. Thank you. I feel like an asshole because I didn't realize we were going to do this tonight.
That is the purpose why I did that, just to make him feel bad about himself.
Oh, trust me.
So do I have
did that.
anything? Did you get me anything?
I'll go home and get it right now. Keep talking shit. Pause the show, folks. Come back 20 minutes later. Here you go.
I mean, they do it on Joe Rogan and everything else. They always take piss breaks and everything right in the middle of it, which is nice when you listen to it. It's like, all right, we'll be right back. And we're back. It's like, man, I wish I could piss that fast.
The joys of editing.
Yeah. I've had to do plenty of it, especially last week.
What? Didn't do it.
Like how you text me, your door is locked.
Well, yeah, it was.
It's 2:30 in the morning. Your door's locked. I can't get in. I'm sleeping.
It's not my fault. This is the only time I can get you a roofie.
It's the only time that you don't fight back.
Shit, man.
Yeah, so you got some diabetes and a video game shirt.
Appreciate it. What are you doing tomorrow?
I think her family's coming down later in the afternoon. In the morning, I don't think I'm doing anything. No, I don't think I'm doing anything in the morning.
I'm really contemplating going home and getting that right now.
Yeah, you don't have. You should see what I got, Johnny.
Oh, Johnny boy. What'd you get him? Okay. Oh, pause it.
I can't
Pause.
say.
Go turn off the camera.
No, I'll just edit it out from wherever we're at. This is like 4 minutes in, whatever it is, 5 minutes. Yeah, John, so that's what you're getting. You're not going to hear it, but we know.
We know. Speaking of, you should see what I got Josh.
What'd you get it on?
So, obviously, I have a lot of Funkos. Well, I was just perusing through GameStop one day, and I'm like, oh, cool. I took the kiddo in there to check stuff, just to have fun, look around.
Probably none of them ever watch the show, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, fuck them. So, I just happened, I'm like, ooh, Funkos. I always go look at them. I'm looking. I can't focus my eyes on anything. Yeah, whatever. I go to turn around. I go to turn around at the last second, like, right there.
Oh,
Corner of my
please.
lip. What the fuck?
Please.
I look over. So I was like, well, most of my Funkos have stories, and the reason I bought them is because they remind me of something funny or they have a good memory.
Right.
So, like I have Tommy Pickles from Rugrats.
Why not?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, speaking of, not to cut your story, but just a quick. Was it NECA or Super 7? One of those figure companies. They're coming out with Reptar. Yeah, Reptar figure. Anyway, go.
Oh shit, dude. Fuck yeah.
I looked at it like.
Fuck yeah.
I was looking up at the monster size, like maybe.
Yeah, Reptar was a monster. So I saw that and I'm like, oh. So I bought it. I was like, for some reason, just Josh. Spiked hair. Captain Planet had the little buzz cut. I'm like, hey, just Josh.
Frosted tips.
So
Kind of dopey. Love you, Josh.
So, oh fuck yeah, edit this out too, just in case. So, I bought it, and I actually took it home, wrapped it up and everything, and I wrote a little note. I'm like, hey, Josh, I've been collecting these for quite a while now, and every one I have is out of...
So when you get this, send it back to me so I can have it.
No. You're gonna laugh at this one. I don't know why. What I said just made me even chuckle. I've been collecting these for a while. Every one I have reminds me of something funny or is like a good memory, childhood memory, or just something that's awesome to me.
Right. ...
This one, however, good luck explaining to your wife and kid. So, because she obviously they had the kid. She came over, married him, so she's not familiar with a lot of 80s and 90s kids cartoons.
So you're telling me that the penis pillow I sent them is not gonna.
That one might be fun to explain.
All right. This is what we have to do then, because she is from Guatemala.
Yeah, I believe so.
Because of that reason, every year we should just send batshit crazy things. So every year he has to fucking explain exactly what it is. I think we found a theme. Every year he's gonna be like, "Fuck, I had to explain that."
Oh, I got next year's gift from the both of us.
Okay.
We'll get a fake hot dog. You'll know where I'm going with this. We'll get it encased. Display the whole thing, and we'll put the card. This is the hot dog hole that Josh threw up hole. Remember that picture? He opens it up. What the fuck? His wife. What's that about, Josh? So
That's what we should do.
I may or may not have swallowed a hot dog whole and threw it up.
Gifts that pertain to stories that we either heard or experienced.
Josh, oh my god.
He gets the gift to his fucking family. Merry Christmas, you fucking fuckers.
Way to be successful without us, you prick. Oh, we're doing I'm successful at life.
I should have got him one of those gay firefighter shirts.
Told you to order two.
I should have.
No. Yeah, I'll find out.
I'll send it as a New Year's gift. Here, ring in the new year, but
No, but yeah. So it's a good luck explaining this one because when he opens it up, Captain Planet. Oh my god, I remember that kid. I remember that show. His little boy, Daddy, tell me all about you being a child.
yeah, that'd be a good idea.
You could put
and riches. I got riches too.
Where's your rich?
His shirt. I went out of shirts craze. I was like, once I got yours, I just started to just roll. The gears started rolling. His is Elden Ring, okay? It's a classic phrase from Elden Ring. No, well, the Elden Ring side, but that's something that like really we coined. I mean, everyone does it, but I just coined it the Elden Ring side. Remember when you can lay down runes for people to read?
Yeah.
What's a classic one that everyone fucking put down?
Don't jump here or something like that?
No. I got this as a shirt. And I was like, oh, wow, I didn't know they made shirts like this. But it was one of those things like, oh, man, 18 different companies have the same thing, just different fonts. And
yeah.
So I got it. It simply reads, try finger, butt hole.
Oh, my God.
I love Elden Ring.
I've actually been playing that again.
That is one game I wish I could go back and play again and experience it for the first time.
Fuck no.
I do, because it was just, there was so much one, it was the first RPG I played in decades, literally.
I
decades.
remember, yeah.
And there was just such, like, the map, everything was just like, I don't know anything right now. And now I play it and I'm like, I already know, like, I haven't played it, like, sat down and played it in like a year and a half. I've turned it on, just kind of like done here and there, but to actually play the story, it's been like a year and a half. So there's some things I forgot, but to experience it for the first time all over again, I would love to do that again. But I already know what's happening. So it's sad. That's the only thing that sucks about playing a really good game, beating it, and then be like, well, that's it now.
Can't get that feeling.
No, you can't. It's gone. Like, oh, man. But that's one I wish I could do again.
Dude, tried Dark Souls.
They're doing it. I thought about it. I'm like, well, maybe I'll do the Souls and Sekiro and just do the whole franchise. Well, there's like 4 of them, isn't there? 5 of them.
3 Dark Souls.
No, isn't 4 Bloodborne? I think that's 4.
Oh, maybe you're right, yeah.
And then there's Sekiro.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is that same company, the distributor anyway, I think, Bandai Namco,
Yeah.
did the Godzilla game that's worth like $300 now.
Good game, dude. They're a good company.
Well, Godzilla's it's really just as a fighting game with monsters. It's really not bottom of the barrel, but there's nothing special.
Gotta fucking borrow that off you.
There's nothing special about it. It's just pretty generic. It's slow paced, but if you watch the old Showa and Heisa Godzilla movies through the 90s and early 2000s, it plays like the movies did. Like the monsters move like they did in the movies.
Yeah.
The sound effects, buildings, explosions, it was all very true to the movies. So in that aspect, it was awesome. But how the hell did we get on that? Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
There's a DLC coming out.
For
Ghosts?
Elden Ring?
Yeah, Ghosts of the Erd Tree or something to
Oh,
that effect, or
shit.
Spirit of the Erd Tree. I don't think it's going to come out until like next year, maybe. But I heard rumors of it a while.
Well, I
ago.
gotta finish beating the game. What level are you?
Either 378 or 386. I can't remember. Somewhere in there.
Holy fuck, you're up there.
It costs like 1.6 million rune per level now. It's fucking disgusting, I know.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I wanted...
Yeah, but you also, well, you've done like 2 playthroughs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
My first one, I think I got up to like 160 or 175.
See, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong. I'm almost 200 and I haven't beaten my first playthrough.
You still have to get the timing for the boss right. And that's really it.
All those fucking bosses can suck a dick.
Well, there's only 6 main bosses, story bosses, but I think if you include all of the bosses, there's like 210 or something.
I'm trying to beat, because I was doing a little bit of farming, and I'm sitting there doing the dragon's breath. I kill the bird, do the dragon's breath, reset, and it's like
I don't know. I gotta
to kill all those little Mowgli-looking motherfuckers.
Yeah, I know where you are. It's a cliffside. I can't remember Moglin cliffside. Or
Yes,
something like
Moglin. Well,
I think Moglin. That's. I don't know where it is. Oh, there he is. That's the Moglin.
I forget those. But tomorrow, swing by the house.
All right.
Just
I think
zip by.
I gotta stop at the store to get oil and whatnot. Anyway.
Yeah, my gift was pretty generic, but I saw it and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
It's like a Kit Kat.
Shaped like my penis. So it's a mini. Yeah, so I was looking up like the fastest ways to farm it. I was just trying to get a few extra levels.
Right where you are.
The fastest way to farm that spot. Because the dragon breath doesn't kill them all.
No, but
There's a great sword you can use, but in order to get it, you got to kill
a great.
Misbegotten Crusader.
What's the great sword? Out of curiosity.
Hold on.
I think after the show, I'm going to turn it on to figure out. See, because what I started doing after I beat the game is weapon collecting, like all the weapons in the game. I'm still
Misbegotten Crusader.
there's still a handful I'm missing, probably like 15 or so, out of the however many fucking.
So this guy.
Let's see.
When you kill him, you get a great sword.
I have it.
Yeah,
I might have 2 of them actually. Let me check.
You can't give me one.
Yeah, I can. I can drop it. I have 2.
Well, how about you get another Rivers of Blood and drop one of those for me?
I have 2 of them.
You only have 2 of them. You don't have a third.
I don't need a third. I only need 1.
I would. No, dual wield those things, dude. That thing's fucking mean.
Yeah, but to do the special attack, you need just one or dual hand. It is mean. I use it constantly. It's one of my 3 weapons I have mained. I have that. I have the sacred relic sword, the one you get from beating the game, the one that when you threw out and it's that
Morenas or something like that.
No. The sacred relic sword. When you beat the final boss, you get that sword. That's the one that the special attack is that wave of like light.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, that's you have to beat the game for that. I have that.
Get another one.
But the Rivers of Blood, yeah, I can drop that. I can drop you a Millennia's sword too. The one
I'll take Millennia Sword. That's nice. I already have a Rivers of Blood because I'm trying to complete the Katana collection. I've always wanted them all.
I think I have doubles of all of those. So if you want whatever one you need,
How about we just get on later and fucking do some missions?
yeah, okay, I could do that.
You could help me smoke that fucking Crusader.
Oh, him?
Yeah, Misbegotten Crusader.
I don't remember where he is.
I'm already stationed there.
Oh, all right. That's the thing when I play the game. It just by chance I did it in mostly the right order and found things
Yeah, I remember.
just by chance.
Here I am. Start playing the fucking game. I'm like, oh, I'll just keep farming this section until I figure something out. After about a week of playing the game and getting like 10, 20 levels, it's like, there's no... where am I going?
No, that's the thing. That's why I love the game. Just because it doesn't just tell you.
You really got to check out
You
the
need to
Dark
go
Souls
here.
series then.
You need to go here. Yeah, but the thing is, like Rich told me, this was the first open world one that they did. The other ones are very linear.
Which is...
Like, it points you, and I'm like, well, that's fun. But the reason I thought Elden Ring was special is because it was real open world.
very... Yeah,
Like,
it was true
it's
concept.
Do what you want.
Yeah, because you could literally... You couldn't go everywhere.
No, there was a few places you had to do something else to get to another section of the map.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like I did the bosses in out of order. I did the bosses like 1,
Yeah.
2, 4, 3, something like I did.
remember
I remember
that.
because it was oh shit, what's his name? Radagon or the guy in the fucking tiny horse.
Yeah.
I did it. Like I got there and I'm like, all right, I'll face him, and he was hard as shit. I'm like, what the fuck? This is bullshit. And I beat him. And then when I had the episode with Rich, he's like, yeah, he's like the 4th boss. I'm like, oh, well, he's dead.
That would explain why I had a hard time fucking him up.
Yeah, it's that game is not forgiving though. Not forgiving. She's starting to play it. Like she just got done with Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, nice.
And that one it seems like it's very, very much like most other games. Like when an attack's coming, you react to the attack. And that's it. Like, oh, here comes, dodge. Oh, here comes, jump. Like, that's it. And this one I explained to her is like, the attacks are delayed. So your reaction is when they start coming at you, you're like, jump! But they're still in the middle of the animation to attack you. So by the time in that small cooldown of a few frames or whatever, you're fucked. Because
And some of them, it don't matter
boom.
what you think you got.
yeah.
One swing is, where the fuck did half my health go?
Yeah. and I told her, like, you will get used to this. You died. You died. Dead, 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 dead.
You are
dead,
dead.
dead. Yeah. You will see that screen so many times. The game will humble you, but holy shit, is it awesome.
Yep.
It just shows you how awesome it is. Like, I haven't played it in forever, and it's just, that game definitely was like a throwback to my childhood with, like, just adventure games. Like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it.
I still gotta beat it.
Yeah, but I'll jump on later.
Yeah.
I'll jump on, play a little bit of it. So,
Let's start the show.
yeah. 20 minutes later.
20?
Just about. Oh.
Like it was like 8:20, 8:30 when we came in. Oh, yeah, whatever. Shut up. Continue.
So, wasn't going to do a show originally. I was like, let's
yeah,
take
yeah.
Christmas weekend off. And beginning of the week,
Colorado.
yeah, news drops on Colorado. Removing Trump from the ballot for the primaries. And I when I heard it, I'm like, for what? Like, because one, just that alone, I'm like, that's fucking crazy. But I was like, all right, for what? And the reason was for fucking incitement.
Insurrection.
Insurrection, yeah.
No,
Inciting insurrection.
inciting the insurrection, yes. Which he was proved innocent on.
It's not even proved innocent. They're claiming it was from the 14th, I think, Section 2 or 3 of the 14th Amendment
Yeah.
in the Constitution, which specifically was put in the Constitution after the Civil War
For the Confederates.
for the Confederates.
Yeah.
because they actually rose arms and they tried to overthrow the U.S. government. Fine. All right. But the problem is incitement or an insurrection is an actual legal term. You can be charged with an insurrection. All right? Everyone knows this. Here's the thing. Biden's DOJ, when they unsealed the list of Biden's DOJ, the indictments against Trump, one charge that wasn't in it was insurrection. He was never charged with insurrection, let alone found guilty, innocent, whatever. He was never charged because they know it wasn't there. Because what happened was he went to protest what he said the election was stolen. He said, we're going to march peacefully down to the Capitol. And then what happened is they marched. Some people got fucking violent, broke the law, did time. A lot of people just walked in and then walked out. And then footage came out of Capitol Police being escorted or escorting people around, taking pictures with them and whatever. We all know that. But the fact is they're removing him from the ballot for something that he wasn't even indicted on. And what they're doing is saying, you're guilty of this crime that you're not even charged with, and we're taking you off the ballot.
So let me ask you this. Is it official?
I'm pretty sure, if they already haven't, I assume Trump's legal team is going to appeal it. Why wouldn't you? And when they do, if they haven't already, I can't see a scenario where the Supreme Court wouldn't overturn it because there's no basis of anything here.
No, exactly.
It's just really what it looks like is the Biden administration knows they're in a fucked up position right now. They know they're losing horribly, and they're just pulling whatever stops they can, just doing something. The thing is New York is also on board with trying to get his name off. I think Maine is.
The blue states.
California is. There's like 20 some states or something like that that are trying to do it to get his name off the ballot. And okay, so regardless of who you subscribe to, and I know when I say this, I'm basically going to talk to a wall. Step outside of your box for a little bit of Trump, Biden, who the fuck ever. This is no different than what they did 20 years ago with the Patriot Act. Like, this move sets a precedent if, let's say it happens, and it's like, well, he's off the ballot for essentially nothing. That sets a precedent. That's dangerous territory. With the Patriot Act, that allowed they allowed the government to spy on United States citizens, which they fucking do all the time. Just bipartisan, a week or so ago, they passed another bill. They what the hell was it? We just covered it. Where they could, like
the foreign, they could observe with warrantless
surveillance.
Warrantless surveillance. Yeah. That's it.
They just bipartisan, both Republicans and Democrats.
Said, go ahead.
So Eddie, and it's funny because every time I get in a conversation with someone that like knows roughly like my positions, even though it sounds right wing, but then shit like that comes up, and I'm like the fucking Republicans are no better. They kind of look at me like I have two heads. Like, well, I thought you were a Republican. It's like, no. It just so happens the fucking left is mentally insane right now. So that's what I talk about.
Oh, they're unhinged.
But Republicans and Democrats both just voted to surveil, like for allowing warrantless surveillance if they choose to do so. But doing this, like taking Trump's name off the ballot for nothing.
That like just puts it up to where any candidate at any point given in time can sit there and literally wipe their opponents off the election.
Weaponization of the DOJ and just doing whatever they want. Like just treating the Constitution like it's like, oh, it's some nifty conversation piece on a coffee table or something. It's not actually to adhere to. But it's to me, those two things, the Patriot Act and this removal, is like two huge puzzle pieces to an actual fascist dictatorship state. Because now you're taking, it's like, we can spy on you when we want, And if we don't like the political opponent, regardless of what party they are, if we don't like what they do, we don't like what they stand for, we'll just get rid of them. It's, the fucking thing is anytime any other nation does this in their
We step right in and fucking...
we sanction them. We sanction them. And now it's happening here. It's like, oh, it's okay. What in the holy fuck are you talking about? It just baffles me. So that's why, like, when this happened, I'm like, what? What are you talking about? How? But like I said, I think the Supreme Court will just shoot it down. Because if they don't, one, like I said before, it's a major fault or chink in the armor for what the Constitution is and what the United States is. But moreover than that, it would be such a bold move that would create a major, more than a rift than already is in the United States. That would be grounds for an actual civil war, because now you've disenfranchised Colorado. You've disenfranchised half of their voter base. Sorry, you're not getting your candidate. Or we'll not say half. We'll say like a third. Be conservative.
Yeah,
a third. Because I mean,
they said they won't even take write-in ballots.
Yeah, other ones are going to take Nikki Haley. Other ones are going to vote for Christie. Believe it or not, there's Chris Christie. Yeah, and then Vivek Ramaswamy and and Robert F. Kennedy. I mean, there's votes everywhere. So we'll say conservatively a third of the vote. You're disenfranchising. Sorry, your candidate's not there. Why? We just don't want him there. And then what's going to happen is other states outside of that is going to see that and be like, well, what if they do that here? Like, you can't just stand for that. Like, that's bullshit. We're not going to take that. So that's just going to rally all the people that vote Trump, or all the people that want to vote Trump. That's going to cause a huge problem in the United States.
Well, let me ask you this. Knowing full well the possibility, it's hard to believe that it's gonna go through.
Yeah.
Do you think this is like a power play? What do you think about the idea of what do you think of the concept of them trying to do this to get other states to kind of go on board to finally get that push they've been trying so much with all these indictments, all these charges, all this trumped up shit that they're trying to nail to Trump? See what I did there? To get them not the popular vote.
What do you mean?
And if it fails, what was that thing Alex Jones predicted about October?
Oh, the October surprise, the full-blown war with Russia.
Yeah, can't Biden enact some Emergency Powers Act?
If there was a full-blown war with Russia, yeah.
He stays in office.
That can happen. Would it? It'd be hard to say, obviously. That's what, 10 months
We
away.
also joked about Australia, and look what fucking happened there.
Yeah.
That's why we don't make jokes about important shit anymore. We just joke about diabetes. And penis pillows.
As a response to this, in regards to what you're saying,
because, I mean, at this point in the game, they have tried throwing everything they can to knock him down. It's
they
not
really
working.
have. And it works in the opposite sense. Like, man, the more we fucking try to come
So
up
you
with,
think this is a last-ditch effort to knock him off before they actually go to the extreme of, well, we're going to war, so we got to keep the best, smartest president who's had every job in the nation.
Obama?
Yeah, I hear he's the bomb with kids.
Yeah, he is.
See what I did there? Shit! I'm on fucking point today.
It's
There's people probably watching this. They're really innocent children. No, it's not funny, but it kind of is. The joke, not what he did. That was no laughing matter.
I guess you can make the argument when it comes to like all these states trying to get him off the ballot.
Even knowing they can't.
Well, they're blue states. Like he's not going to win those anyway. But I think what that does, I think what they're trying to do, one, they're trying to send a message. But two, he wouldn't win those states, but those votes would still count toward the general or the popular vote. So that's I think what they're trying to do too.
Yeah, but that's what happened with Clinton and Trump, isn't it? Didn't she win the popular vote? Or no, what was it?
I think Clinton did win the popular vote.
Or was it Gore and Obama? No, not Gore. Was it Gore and Bush?
I think it was Gore and Bush.
Yeah, one won the popular, the other won the electoral, and that's what because unfortunately the popular vote doesn't mean shit. It's the electoral.
Yeah.
Which I don't get. I don't really get that.
Yeah, it's
Excuse me.
Yeah, Gore came in second in the electoral vote, but he received 543,000, almost 544,000 more votes than Bush.
Yeah, he won the popular vote. Excuse me.
I'm sure he thought the same thing.
This is bullshit.
That's what I think.
No, but yeah. Because then if this doesn't work, I guarantee it, man. He's gonna push it.
In response, like I said earlier when I was going on my rant, New Mexico, Arizona, and Texas, or maybe I didn't say this. Maybe I was talking to someone else because I ranted about this earlier today. But Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona are saying, okay, fine, if we're going to do this, then we're going to push to take Biden off the ballot because of his
bribes and treason.
I mean, yeah. But that's not the reason they gave. They gave lack of dereliction to actually respond to the fucking migrants coming across the border and not doing anything about it. Like, the fuck? Like, it's your responsibility here. We need your help. Shit's going down. What we have last week is like the most one day for 10,000 migrants going across the border.
Yep.
Hello.
It was like 260%.
What, Eagle Pass? I think it was Eagles Pass or Eagle Pass, something like that.
Something like that.
They so they're looking. It's like, all right, well, if you're gonna take Trump off the ballot for fucking made up shit, we're gonna take Biden off for something that actually happened. Of course, you won't hear that. That'll be an MSN. It's like, look, they're trying to overreach and they're doing this crazy stuff, and all these people are just trying to find refuge. By the way, here's a story for you that has to do with migrants. Maybe
illegal aliens,
whatever, from outer space. Maybe a guy I work with said that he goes, we got talking about the whole Eagle Pass thing this morning. He goes, by the way, he goes, have you noticed down in Save Lot parking lot, there's a shuttle bus like a couple times a week that's just pulling up and dropping people off and leaving, Thruway Authority bus. Like this says like exit 24 through 26.
Yeah.
Something like that. Down at Save a Lot, down at our exit. Dropping people off and just leaving. He says it's happened a couple times. And so I'm like, are they foreigners? And he goes, I don't know. He goes, I didn't pay attention. I go, that's something to pay attention to because wouldn't that be interesting? So now, just like I said, dealing with this, the whole migrant thing and the Biden ballot thing. And I told him, I go, well, there's people in New York City, obviously, and they're being shipped all through different cities in the United States. And New York is a sanctuary state. So it wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. And here's one. There's been pilots of major airlines that have come out and said there are people on their plane that are flying with no identification. And when they said, like, when they check their logs for, like, the people that are actually flying on the plane, these are all migrants, assumingly. But you have to fly with identification, correct?
Illegal immigrants. Yeah.
Illegal immigrants. You have to fly with identification. They're marked as no identification, like, present or no identification checked, whatever the hell it is. And they're just allowed to go up there. Like, they have no ID, and they're just like, yeah, let them fly them. So possible shuttle buses and identification, just
Jesus fucking Christ.
there was a
Time to start making sure every one of my reasons are locked, loaded, and ready to shoot. I mean, ready to be spoken out loud.
I mean, the way things are going, it's not even really hyperbolic.
Well, here's the thing.
I mean, we're already extremists. We have.
It's funny that you say that because so in my area where I work, I have noticed in a more visual presence of law enforcement.
Right.
Well, today at one of my stops, I was like, hey, what's going on with that? Oh, there's been so much vandalism in the area as of lately. They've got people like constantly, like every few minutes, there's a cruiser or law enforcement agents of some form patrolling the area.
Right.
And I'm like, well, that bad? Like, they can't catch them? It's hard to catch them when you don't know who they are or where they're from.
That's true.
And then I go, what do you mean? He goes, well, a couple of them, they didn't even have IDs. They didn't even speak English. I'm like, what? Yeah, just breaking into cars, stealing shit. Somebody smashed in a store window a little bit down the road from one of the deliveries I was making. And I'm like, he goes, I don't know if it was a local, an out-of-towner, whether they were documented or not. I go, the fact that you said that kind of says it all. He goes, well, I can't really, you never know who might be listening. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And it's just, yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. I think we got to get out of this state.
The problem is
Go to a state that's not a sanctuary state.
go with West Virginia.
West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is only older than the trees.
Hold on, I'm looking for something specifically here.
Something like a mountain.
Oh,
falling
that's
through
the
the
wrong
trees.
thing. That's why.
Country road, take me home to the place
Keep going.
I belong, West Virginia. Mountain mama, take me home.
There it is.
Country road. Perfect timing, see, folks.
So
Because I almost got to the part about where he gets molested in the song.
I can stall.
I don't wanna.
Oh, just to bring up memories.
Father O'Reilly, no. Why is he always Irish? Father McKinley.
This is
Father Giglione. I thought it was pronounced
Giglione.
Gaglione. Get it? Did you just pop over there?
Did I?
Sounded like one of your bones went.
Maybe. There we go. In regards to the Colorado thing, Republicans and Democrats alike, there's a group of them that are coming out. Well, obviously Republicans, but Democrats are also people going like, you can't do this. One being Robert F. Kennedy. Big surprise there. But on X, he put down, he twixt, I guess what we're calling it.
He
now.
X'd.
Said Colorado Supreme Court ruling makes America look like a banana republic. No shit. Why does it...
Wait, a bunch of underage fucking money grabbing fucking preppy fucks dressed in super tight clothes that look like shit? We are fucked as a country.
Why doesn't every American understand that if they can do this to a former U.S. president, everyone is vulnerable to punishment for crimes with which they have never been convicted? Democracy would be in total shambles. It says, we can restore real democracy. Whoops. We can restore real democracy. Electing me president, of course he's going to push his own you know. Why does it keep taking me there? Oh, that's why. Is one
To the
step.
cucumber?
But what... No. But what will it take is a full mobilization of an engaged citizenry. Democracy doesn't come from when the elites who have usurped it finally relent. In so-called banana republics and authoritarian countries, voters can only choose from a slate of officially approved candidates. It's starting to look like that here, too. They,
Phenomena. 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 I can't keep doing this, dude. You gotta find this information faster.
I got it right here. I'm not a Trump supporter. If I were, I wouldn't be running against him. But I want to beat him in a fair election. Not because he was kicked off the ballot. Let the voters choose, not the courts. Trump blocked from the ballot in Colorado. When in a court in another country disqualifies an opposition candidate from running, we say, that's not real democracy. Now it's happening here. It's time to trust the voters. It is up to the people to decide who the best candidate is, not the courts, the people. That's democracy 101. If Trump is kept out of office through judicial fiat rather than being defeated in a fair election, his supporters will never accept the result. This country will become ungovernable. Every American should be troubled by the Colorado Supreme Court's decision to remove President Trump from the ballot. Amen.
Yeah.
And that's from a Democrat.
Yeah. So, and if you really want to sit there and go, well, he's fucking crazy. He doesn't have the right mental capacity to do the job. He's insane. I'm having a hard time figuring out if you're talking about him or let's go Brandon. Fuckers.
So, this is, like I said before, this just seems like the Democrats just reaching
They're
in,
grabbing at
in
straws.
desperation. This is like the Democrats doing anything they can, including burning the whole system down in order to stay in the position they're in. Because that's basically what this will do. JF or RFK says it too. He's like, this is not democracy.
Well,
this is what the left fucking preaches. The progressive Democratic establishment has preached for what? 2.5, 3 years? Yep. Democracy. That's all they fucking
But only do it our way.
Exactly. They rode those coattails for so long. Like, listen, democracy. We have to save democracy. It's like Trump is going to destroy democracy. And then, even though Democratic Republic, yes, I know, but let's just run with the democracy thing. Here we are. He didn't do anything, but we don't like him, so you're off the ballot. Oh, that's democracy. I forgot.
Well, here's a good one for you. This will definitely get your fucking head spinning with the left logic. Mm-hmm. I actually got talking to somebody today at a stop. Well, I went to the stop. Hey, there was a gas station across the road. I'm like, cool. I'm going to go over there, get me a soda, use the bathroom. Well, go to the bathroom, get a soda. Do I have a few minutes while you guys handle the freight? Sure, not a problem. So I go over there, and as I'm walking out, guys in the corner, guys outside the door smoking a cigarette. He holds the door for me, and I'm like, thanks, man. He goes, not a problem. He goes, how much it costs to fill that thing? And I'm like, thank God I don't have to worry about it.
Don't know.
He goes, real, bud, what would you say it would probably take? I'm like, well, I'm looking at the diesel
like
prices.
$250.
$250?
Yeah, per canister or per thingy.
You're cute.
I know, but
it's
what's the price?
125 gallon tank.
We're not talking about what I look like.
A day cab truck is usually about 120 to 125 gallon tank.
Right.
At $6 a gallon.
So like
you do the math. Like
$1.25, 1.5 carry the 18. Money.
Bro, your average day cab full tank is probably going to run you anywhere from $600 to $800.
Yeah, we figured this out before when we were talking about this like last summer.
You're over the road truck driver who's got two 125 gallon tanks.
Yeah.
He works for a week just to fill that tank once, both tanks. So I'm like, if I had to do the math, I'd say anywhere between $600 and $800 He's like, Jesus Christ, how do the companies afford that? I'm just glad the prices are finally going down. I'm like, oh, they ain't as low as they used to be. He goes, oh, well, you got to think 2 years ago, year and a half, 2 years ago, they were like $5, $6, $7. I'm like,
That was last summer.
or whatever.
The summer before.
This is what he said, though. He's like, 1.5, 2 years ago, you got to remember, gas was like $5, $6, $7. I was like, yeah. He goes, it's getting down there. It's below 4 some places. There's some places I've even heard it's below 3. I'm like, okay. He goes, so we're going in the right direction. Finally, he goes, gas prices are dropping. I'm like, what were they 4 or 5 years ago? They were bad. I'm like, yeah, your national average was like 250 to 275. He's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, you can look it up. So yeah, the national average is what, 350?
Right now?
325 to 350?
Let's see. Keep talking.
I go, the national average is probably what, 325, 350? He's like, yeah, but like I said, it's gone down from like 2 years ago. It's like down a couple bucks. I'm like, it's still almost $1 higher than it used to be.
312.
Okay, so what was the national average in 2016? We'll do Biden. We'll do Trump leaving office to Biden today.
Okay. Here we go. So, let's see. Annual. This will tell me right from 1994 if I wanted.
So, but yeah, I go, but you don't understand. Like, are you not getting it? It's like, so you have to understand the cost of living and everything that goes up because of the economic, solidity of our economy as a whole. If prices go up, it's because things are, not doing good. If things go down, it's because we're doing good.
Right.
He goes, yeah, well, I'm like, so I'm glad gas prices have gone down somewhat, but they're not as low as they used to be. And if you want to take that as a win, I looked right at this guy and I said, if you want to take that as a win and you don't mind paying $1 more than what we were paying 4 or 5 years ago, be my guest, enjoy it.
Okay, so
When Trump left office 2020, gas was
2016, January of 2016, it was $1.94.
under $2 a fucking gallon.
And through the Trump presidency, the average, and let me check here, make sure the average did not break, unless I missed a number, the average did not break 280. Let's see. January of 2021, Biden takes office, 233. Then by May, it's 298. Then by September, it's 317. By that December, it's 330. And by 2022, February 2022, 351. April, 410. May, 444, then 492, 455, 397. We're going down. It's fall. And then it's hovered right around 330, 340, straight from this past January to
Now,
November, 331. So these numbers haven't come out yet, so it's not the end of the month.
so
So yeah.
with
So
Trump
that's about say roughly a 60-ish, 65, 70 cent difference in average, which is fucking significant.
but
We're talking average, so that's
this is the
significant.
point I was trying to make to the guy. When Trump was in office, gas was cheap.
Right.
It did go up, but not very much.
Right.
As soon as Biden comes into office, gas went up automatically, and it fucking doubled like 200%.
Right.
It increased by like 200%. And now it's tapered down to just 100% increase.
How? Yeah, because like the lowest prices back then, in I think it was 2019, it was like $1.80 something.
Yeah, there were places still under $2 a fucking gallon.
Yeah.
And it's
I mean that's low end, but when's the last gas station you were at lately? In the last year, 2 years, that was $1.80.
good luck fucking finding that.
Yeah. It just doesn't happen right now. But yeah, you're not wrong.
It's just fucking sad.
Yeah. But anyway, so the same group that sued to keep Trump off the Colorado ballot. This is an interesting part. This part starts to go into the Alex Jones thing. The same group that sued also received $1.35 million from George Soros's organizations and share employees with Media Matters. Now, first off, for anyone who doesn't know, like, who's George Soros? It's like, well, let's do like this quick, like, just paragraph and paragraph, just a quick thing. So George Soros is a celebrated hedge fund tycoon who managed client money in New York from 1969 to 2011. In the early 90s, like 91, 92, he was known, he shorted the British pound. I think we talked about this like maybe a year or so ago. He shorted the British pound to try to save it and ended up profiting $1 billion off shorting it. And then he also added on to that, he owns or funded Snopes, the fact-checking site.
Yep.
Which notoriously, during the COVID pandemic, if it was alternative treatment, alternative...
it was banned for disinformation.
Yeah, malinformation, disinformation, misinformation, any alternative treatment, or speaking out, claiming that, boosted or vaxxed, you can still get COVID. So that doesn't mean that's not a vaccine, because that's not the definition of a vaccine.
Yeah.
If you said that, the fact check would come along and be like, not true. Even though now it is true. It was like, well, it's whatever. But we did a bunch of shows of that, and I already did lots of spiels on all that whole thing, like all the money and everything.
It was a fun pot to keep stirring.
But yeah, so he funded, like, all those are owned, or what of his, yeah, he funded them. That's George Soros. You hear Alex Jones rant and rave about him all the time. He's part of the group, like the Bilderberg group and the Rockefellers and all these that are really about, like, that's where the NWO stories come in. Like, these guys want the one world government. These guys are the ones that want to pull the puppet strings for all the governments around the world and be like, this is how we're going to do it. Klaus Schwab being like the one that's really out in the open, like the most modern one right now. It's like, this is what we're going to do, or whatever the fucking German accent is. Doesn't matter. Media Matters, the one that they work for, some of these people. Media Matters is a left-leaning 503c nonprofit organization. It's a media watchdog group. It was founded in 2004 by journalist and political activist David Brock as a counterweight to the Conservative Media Research Center. According to the New York Times in 2010, it is known for its aggressive criticism of conservative journalists and media outlets, including War on Fox from 2011 to 2013. These guys are the ones that constantly say, like, throw on the label fascist. Constantly throw on that label. Trump's a fascist. All the time. If you know the definition of fascist, please.
Yeah, before you even, I'm like, there are people that are like, oh, he is. Do you even know what a fascist is?
When they also all right, so Tim Pool is not conservative. He's got some conservative groups, or he's got some conservative ideas, but he's a libertarian. He's a disenfranchised classic liberal, basically like me, and I'm guessing like you. It's like that's what it is. Go ahead.
This is gonna fucking twist your brain screw.
Go ahead.
Google political fascism, political ideology. Fascism. This is fucked. Is a far right, authoritarian,
well, it is
ultra-nationalist political ideology and movement characterized by a dictatorial dictatorial leader centralized autocracy, militarism, autocracy,
Gotcha.
forcible suppression of opposition, belief in a natural social hierarchy, subordination of individual interests for the perceived good of the nation or race, and strong regimentation of society and the economy.
Isn't it weird that it's defined as far right? That's how it starts, right? And then
That's the first fucking...
and then
fascism is a far right.
right. Okay, which fine, whatever. That's how it starts. But then you read through the definition, and everything in that definition is everything that's going on right now
From the
that
left.
the Democratic Party's doing. Like, go through it one more time. Like, far right. Okay, let's try.
Fascism
pick
is a
this apart.
far right,
Right.
authoritarian, ultra-nationalist political ideology and movement.
Right. Which that would be all far right. That's what's considered like the classic far right.
Authoritarian, ultra-nationalist political ideology and movement. Authoritarian is...
Authoritarian, you could actually say, is it. The administration right now isn't authoritarian yet, but it is showing signs of definitely going in that order.
Okay.
So keep going.
Political ideology movement. Characterized by a dictatorial leader.
We're not there.
Centralized autocracy.
All right.
What does autocracy mean?
Is that... Oh, shit.
Sorry. Yeah, what does autocracy mean? Google that. We're bouncing Google back and forth. We are sandwiching Google between the two of us.
That's what I want to know. The difference between this and dictatorship. All right, so an autocratic leader is supreme power that is not subject to legal restraints. A dictatorship is unlimited in supreme power, while an autocratic government is technically self-ruled. So you're talking about one person versus a group.
Wait, start that over. You said
Okay.
something that struck a chord.
An autocratic leader has supreme power that is not subject to legal restraints.
Okay, stop right there. You mean to tell me, so an autocratic leader is someone who, despite being proven to have broken the law, will not be held responsible for their actions?
I mean,
I couldn't imagine
sort of.
any president of ours doing that.
Okay,
So let's continue.
fair point.
Militarism.
A dictatorship is an unlimited and supreme power, while
Okay.
autocratic government is technically self-rule. Okay, go ahead.
Militarism, which...
No, we're not there.
No.
We're not there yet. Clearly, because we have a fucking problem at the border, and ain't no one going to help them.
Forcible suppression of opposition.
That's the one right there. That's like, boom, right? What we're talking about right now.
Colorado taking them off the ballot.
Now,
Belief in
granted, nothing is set in stone, but just the fact that that move was made, knowing that even the DOJ said themselves when they had the indictments, insurrection was not in the charges. It was not an indictment. So they knew themselves. And the fact that when they fucking took him off the ballot, they said the Democratic Party said, we know this is going to be appealed. So they already know it's not going to fucking go through. But anyway, go ahead.
This one right here kind of I'm thinking about this one in kind of like in a backdoor sort of light. Belief in a natural social hierarchy.
Belief in a natural social hierarchy.
Now, for me, for some reason, the reason why this one kind of like, yep, this is kind of what they're doing.
Well,
So you, listen,
go ahead.
we've got how many homeless that we can't
Oh, fuck.
They will sit there and say, well, we can't cure the homeless problem because there's too many of them. We can't take care of the vets without benefits because there's too many of them. We can't take care of this. We can't do that. We can't fix a broken system of child protective services or family courts or stuff like that. But we have no problem. We have the solution for any and all illegal immigrant coming into this country seeking refuge. We know how to take care of that problem, but we don't know how to fix the problems at home. So basically, the reason this one kind of like goes, wait a minute, maybe it's a stretch, maybe I'm reaching, maybe I'm just diving down the rabbit hole a little too much, is they have to them right now, the social hierarchy is anybody who will vote for them, they know how to take care of. They can fix their problems.
That would be communism. We can take care of you. Because as soon as you have to rely on government, think of it this way. How many cities have some kind of economic plan for low income, for food stamps and whatnot? And that's carrying them through, like keeping them in their house, like able to put food on the table and pay bills and whatever.
Yeah.
Now you have programs that come in and they want to give these people jobs. Like, all right, let's get you off the program. Let's get you off the system and actually working. The problem is a lot of times when they get these positions, like these jobs, they're making money and they can pay their
as
bills,
much as they were getting on
but
assistance.
nowhere near as much. So now it's like, well, it's like you started to feed off this income, this source of revenue, and you're like, that's too hard to just like cut the umbilical cord and just get away from that. So you just go right back to that because it's easier. That's the whole thing with the government just handing out checks. Like they keep you in this system, so they keep you in this poverty level. So going like adding on to what you said, their social hierarchy. I think what that would be is like the hierarchy would be you have the poor class. And this is said over and over and over. And then you have the working class, which is slowly, like the middle class, which is diminishing. Mm-hmm. And what is it now? A typical family household has to make, was it like 120 or 140,000 a year you have to bring in to be above the poverty line right now? Okay.
I know 2-3 income families that don't even break 100.
No. It just doesn't happen. I mean, granted, this is a poor area in this area, but it doesn't happen. Like, that's not like, unless you go, the only place you could say that would be, oh, that's pretty feasible, would be the cities. The problem is the cost of living in the cities just fucking negates all that.
Yeah.
So,
$3,000 for a fucking studio apartment.
Rent, yeah. So does that really count? I don't know. Maybe not.
God, that's literally, you're paying $36,000 a year.
Yeah.
Just to live in a fucking one-room place where you literally eat, shit, sleep, shave, and fuck your girl or guy or she hit.
Shit.
Yeah, you saw that one?
Yeah. Shit. Anyway, but that's their hierarchy. And now this is just my stretch off that with their social hierarchy. Maybe the reason they're bringing in all these illegal immigrants is to add to their low, I guess you want to call caste system, the lowest denominator, the low, poor, willing to do whatever job, peasant job. And then there's the hierarchy of the business owners and whatnot. And then there's the upper echelon of the political like leaders, air quotes, heavy air quotes. Maybe that's again, that's just me going, just kind of taking everything that's going on right now and just putting together the puzzle pieces, whether they fit or not. But so maybe that's their social hierarchy. Or maybe that's them believing in a social hierarchy.
At the end of the day, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
Who is fucking... There is... hold on a minute. Just adding on to the...
Oh, crack my back. That actually felt good.
There it is.
Holy shit, you found that fast.
Oh, no. But who said it? No, there's a Nazi, but there was a recent.
Uh-oh.
There was a recent.
Zombies are back.
No, Nazi.
Yeah, Nazi zombies.
Ah, yes. I can't remember. There was a recent member of the World Economic Forum or one of those things. He was talking about actually getting rid of the useless eaters in the world. Like, that was the terminology, and I wish I could fucking find it, but I'm not going to sit here like the whole night and look for that. But
useless eaters.
Yeah, but just again going with the whole hierarchy thing. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, and going with the Media Matters thing, going all the way back to that. This is actually from the beginning of the month. Is Missouri AG launches investigation into Media Matters into liberal activist media watchdog group investigating reasons to believe the activist media watchdog group used fraud to solicit donations from state residents to bully advertisers into pulling ads from the platform X. Of course, Elon Musk owns it. Checks out.
What about what do you have to say to all the investors that they're putting, don't fucking do it, or fuck you, or fuck off? What is it?
He goes, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So listen, if you don't want, go fuck yourself. All right, dude. He said it with such conviction. I'm like,
that was like, yeah, that was alpha male right there. Like, go fuck yourself. The investigation alleges Media Matters manipulated X's algorithm through coordination, inauthentic behavior, in hopes to defame the platform and encourage advertisers to pull support from X. The lawsuit alleges that you lied to the public falsely, suggesting that fringe extremist content regularly appears next to the content that corporate advertisers from corporate advertisers, when in fact the opposite is true. The Bailey's filing reads, at the same time, you appear to have used this coordinated, inauthentic activity to solicit charitable donations from consumers across the country. I have reason to believe that your firm's alleged actions may have violated Missouri consumer protection laws, including laws that prohibit nonprofit entities from soliciting funds under false pretenses. Bailey continued, I am especially concerned that Media Matters actions, if proven true, have hampered free speech by targeting an expressively pro-free speech social media platform in an attempt to cause it financial harm while defrauding Missourians in the process. So, Media Matters.
Yeah.
So again, that's tying in with the whole Colorado thing. George Soros, Media Matters. It's almost like it's all fucking... It's an intertwined web. I mean, if you really wanted to dig in deep down to that rabbit hole. Oh.
I'm sure there's a couple holes that got dug in real deep, especially in the U.S. Senate.
Probably was. And there was probably also holes that were dug in deep on an island. Because you know what happened the same day as this Colorado shenanigan bullshit?
No.
Dozens of documents naming Jeffrey Epstein's victims and associates to be made public in 2024. So finally, we're going to get at least part of a list of people that had people trafficked to them. So it's not going to be a blank piece of paper. It's like, we got Epstein and Maxwell for trafficking people. Well, to who? Yeah.
To people.
Yeah. To the.
What are their names? They're pretty
people.
regular.
People A and people 2.
There's people with regular names.
Thing 1 and thing
like
2.
Sarah?
No. Jane Doe and John Doe. Yep. A federal judge in New York, of all fucking places, has ordered the names of dozens of Jeffrey Epstein's alleged victims and associates to be made public in 2024, according to the documents.
What about now? How the fuck are they going to do that? Victim anonymity.
Anonymous, yeah, I know. Anonymity.
Thank you. Anonymity. Whatever. I'm tired.
So am I, buddy. The order issued Monday by Judge Loretta A. Preska is the latest filing in a settled case by Virginia Roberts. I'm going to giraffe. What sound does a giraffe make?
Let me say really quick.
Giuffre.
Guffrey.
Is it Guffrey?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
All right, there you go. Giraffe. An American woman who claimed Epstein sexually abused her while she was a minor, and that Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's former girlfriend and longtime accomplice, aided in the abuse.
He told me he reminded me of a giraffe. I told him my last name was Guffrey.
The multimillionaire died
He said, show me that black tongue.
Died by suicide in jail while awaiting trial. Prosecutors in New York indicted Maxwell in sex trafficking, blah, 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 blah.
Imagine if he actually did kill himself.
Wait a minute.
If it really was
Wait.
Suicide.
In August 2019, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit unsealed hundreds of pages of documents a day before Epstein died in prison, ruling the district court judge had improperly sealed hundreds of filings. The judge has since died. The appeals court
sure it was a tragic accident.
The appeals court then remanded the case back to the district court to go through the rest of the documents individually and determine what could be unsealed. Judge Preska, no, that's not what I want. I want to know when they're actually going to...
What if...
Oh, well, look, Preska is giving the Jane and John Doe 14 days to file an appeal. Okay, yeah, so what they're doing is they're going to put it out there. It's like, listen, we're going to release this list. But the associates or victims, however they're going to, categorize themselves, has an ability to come out by, I think that would, 14 days. January 4th or 5th? By then, to come out and appeal it.
How about January 6th?
And if they... wouldn't that be fucking something? But they have an ability to come out and appeal it, so that would pretty much just shut it right down.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Tom Hanks...
It'll be edging.
And yeah.
They'll be edging us the whole time. Just like Epstein probably was. You really think he actually killed himself, or was he trying to carradine? Too tight! Too tight!
Choke. Oh.
Let go of my dick!
I can't. I'm almost done.
Sorry, David Carradine. The legend continues.
Imagine walking in to find that. Like, just let that sink in. Just that whole visual. So they walk in and just see that. Like, cut him down.
Coming and going. Good guy. He killed two birds with one stone.
Cut him down. Jeez. I don't know.
Excuse me, Chief. Yes, yes, firefighter 1. Can I take his hand off his dick? Does rigor mortis set in? Yes. Leave it alone. Oh, I broke it.
Oh, it wasn't his finger. Oh man, that worked. That was my mom's favorite piece. You glued it upside down, you idiot. Looks fine to me.
Hold on a second. Looks fine to me. So an upside down dick apparently to that kid looks normal?
Yeah. Looks fine to me.
Chunk.
Good old Chunk, yeah.
Chunk, yeah. Chunk says it. Is that why I pee up? Scary Movie 3. I actually cut your penis off and say you were umbilical cord.
Yeah, so apparently that's why, getting back on track here, apparently that's why, conveniently,
Tom
this
Hanks.
whole court thing.
But we'll never know. Because they referred to him as John and Jane Doe up till this date.
Well, right now, yeah. But like I said, they gave him 2 weeks to come out and be like, no. But
Let me ask you something. Is it one person or is it everybody has to come out and appeal?
That's the question. I'm willing to bet one person could come up and that would shut the entire thing down.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet that. Which is... We're never going to know. We're never going to know. But there are... Oh, that was one thing I did hear. Now, I don't know if there's any truth behind this. This is from social media, so take it with a huge grain of salt. Bill Gates and Bill Clinton evidently both said if the client list comes out, they will leave the United States. Now, that sounds so just in your face. I'm like, I find that hard to believe. But in the event that was to happen, boy, tell me you're fucking not guilty.
Well, that's like one of the best lawyer sayings you hear in court. An innocent person will never plead the fifth.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one thing. Like the minute somebody says, I'd like to exercise my Fifth Amendment right, I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. During a closing argument, a guaranteed slam dunk. They call it. They call it a slam dunk in a lot of courtrooms. It's they'll sit there, think about all the stuff we told you today, and remember this: an innocent man or an innocent person never pleads the fifth. That literally screams to the jury, he's addition by subtraction, my point is valid.
Which, by that logic, that's like all of fucking Hollywood. Anytime someone's like, listen, you got pictures of Epstein, they're like,
Suddenly, Baghdad becomes the new Los Angeles. Hollywood. Hey, we're living it up in Baghdad. Half of fucking Hollywood had to run out of the country because they had to go to a non-extradition country.
Canada. They're going to Canada. That's what most of them said, we'll go to Canada. I'm like, I bet you will.
You can still extradite.
Right with Trudeau. Trudeau will protect them.
Oh, fuck yeah. I believe they didn't rape children. There's videos online of them raping babies.
Trudeau, you're right there.
You're the baby. Oh. It was an outfit.
It was a skin suit. Oh, jeez. I can show you something after.
I don't want to see it.
Oh, he does. So, getting off of that.
Just like Epstein did before he died. Let me get off that necktie.
Oh, this is from Western Sydney University. World's first supercomputer capable of brain scale simulation being built at Western Sydney.
Australia?
Is it, I don't know. Deep South. No, that's the name of it. Oh, I don't think so. No. International Center of Neuromorphic Systems at Western Sydney University. Deep South uses a neuromorphic system.
In what state? What country?
You have to look it up.
Hold on. Read that off again. Western Sydney what?
Western Sydney University. All right, while you look that, Deep South uses a neuromorphic system which mimics biological processes using hardware to efficiently emulate large networks of spiked neurons at 228 trillion synaptic operations per second, rivaling the estimated rate of operations in the human brain. Deep South, according to the professor, Andre Van Shake?
Western Sydney University is located in Sydney, Australia.
All right. Deep South.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it too much then. The best thing that's ever going to figure out is how to sing From the Land Down Under.
Deep South stands apart from the whole thing. It's like...
We programmed you to be a genius. Do you come from the land down under?
That's all I wanted it to do.
Where women roll and men plunder.
Deep South stands apart from other supercomputers and it is purpose-built to operate like networks of neurons.
Our computer's a retard.
Requiring less power. It's Windows 95. requiring less power and enabling greater efficiencies. This contrasts with supercomputer optimized for more traditional computing loads, which are power hungry. Progress in our understanding of how brains compute using neurons is hampered by our inability to simulate brain-like networks to scale, simulating spiking neurons networks on standard computers using graphics processors or GPUs and multi-core central processing units, CPUs, is just too slow and power insensitive. Our system will change that. We're creating a brain. A brain that will have the ability to think.
So,
Like not like Chat GPT, which is really more predictive programming, like predictive text. Like, I am going to scour the internet, and then what's the most common word coming after that phrase, and then it adds to it. So it's predictive text. This is the ability to think.
so they're calling it Deep South.
Yeah, that's the name of it.
You know what people in the Deep South like to do?
I fucking knew something was.
They like to look at the sky.
Hmm?
And they usually catch fish. What do people down in the South do? They usually catch fish with nets.
Or. What?
Skynet.
What if that is like the prequel to the whole thing? That's how it started.
That's the fucking joke!
Two fucking people.
On August 27th, 2024, Deep South was born. Skynet. Dun, 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 dun. I don't remember the intro or the theme song to Terminator 2.
August 18th. No, September. August 18th. August 18th, there's a lunar eclipse. There's a whole conspiracy dealing. You just said that. It just kind of popped into my head. The movie, I think it's the movie Leave the World Behind, the one that everyone's talking about on Netflix. There's dates in it. I think this is the movie. There's dates in it on shortwave radio, or just CB radios. And one of them is they talk about like the happenings in that movie happen on a specific date, and they mention a lunar eclipse. And in the background, you see the dates on one of the modules or something like that, and it's August 18th, 2024. And that just so happens to be, I say just so happens, all you have to do is, like, if you're working on the movie, just be like, all right, when is there an eclipse? So, but just so happens this August 18th is a lunar eclipse coming up. So there's a huge fucking conspiracy theory. People that have way too much fucking time look into this shit, like me.
Deep South, Skynet. Now I want to watch Terminator 2.
The supercomputer, I'm going to get a fucking copyright strike.
I stopped it in time.
The supercomputer is aptly named Deep South, paying homage to IBM's True North system, which initiated efforts to build machines simulating large networks of spiked neurons, and Deep Blue, which was the first computer to become a world chess champion. The name is also a nod to the geographical location.
What's with your accent? I'm from the South. The Deep South.
The biggest thing I hear, and this is going to tie in with something else, but the super fast, large-scale parallel processing using far less power. So, the system is also scalable, allowing for additional and more hardware to create a larger system, or scaling down for smaller, portable, and more cost-effective applications. Going on with that, something else also happened this last, I think it was, when was the date that this happened? Oh, this is, yeah. This is actually last December, but this year they actually, I don't want to say controlled it, but did basically prove it. Nuclear fission ignition. Repeatedly achieved this year. Significance of that. Scientists have repeatedly been able to produce more energy than was put into a nuclear fission reaction after successfully doing so for the first time a year ago, which was by accident.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was creating an event that actually produced more energy than went into it, basically creating energy, which before this, by our
Energy can neither be created nor destroyed.
Yeah, you can't. It just energy is always present. It's just it changes form, in layman's terms. This completely disproves all that, and they did it evidently by accident last year. And they're like, well, maybe it was a mistake. Maybe we got something wrong. Maybe it actually didn't happen. But after achieving the initial milestone last December, scientists from Lawrence Livermore University Laboratory have been able to replicate the process known as ignition several times this year. Now with 4 confirmed successful tests, the scientific journal Nature said that the prospect of being the first being an accident could now be ruled out. Nuclear fusion sees atomic nuclei bound together to create a single heavier atom and is how the sun is powered. Full stop right there. As soon as I read that paragraph and just the idea is like we can now create energy the way the sun is powered. If you listen to Michio Kaku, he's a physicist, an astrophysicist. He's talked in lectures before about your type 0, type 1, type 2 societies. So type 0 is basically what we're right now. We are at the mercy of the world.
Yeah.
Natural resources, we have to mine for oil and stuff just to go. A type 1 society is we basically control the world. Like we control the weather patterns, we control the geothermal. We use geothermal to power everything, or that's one way to do it, which I think we were trying to do. Then there's a type 2 society, which the way he describes it is controlling the sun to power everything. By this,
solar panels were already there.
Creating fusion ignition, which is how the sun powers itself, that, in a way, is controlling the sun. Now, maybe not our sun, but we now have a process in which we have the ability to create power. Like, create power. Now, let's fast forward however long, because technology moves at rapid pace right now. We'll just conservatively fast forward going by this 100 years. Well, now we could create, like, a intergalactic starship that has the power to go fucking plaid, like in Spaceballs.
Literally in 100 years, you'll be hearing that song. I got a pocket full of sunshine. Bitch will pull out a fucking cell phone, open it up, and it's the sun. Oh look,
Yeah.
Food. Puts it away.
But
wait, did you just eat your lunch?
This has the implications to be able to harness that kind of power. Because what is always said by physicists all the time, could we travel at the speed of light? And the constant answer is theoretically, like mathematically, theoretically, yes. But you would have to harness all the energy of the sun that the sun will produce in its entire lifespan in order to create a wormhole to be able to travel at just below the speed of light. Now, with this nuclear fusion ignition, well, we've just created energy out of more energy than what was put in. That is the first step of doing that, jumping way ahead.
Oh, I hope we get fucking time travel in our lifetime.
Now, here's the thing.
What do they need, 1.21 gigawatts?
Going back to the previous news article. Mm-hmm. We're creating a brain, a supercomputer brain. Also creating a supercomputer brain that says one of the applications it has is using way less power than was previously used before to use, like, you know, high power computers. They use a shit ton of power. The supercomputer operates as a brain and only use certain sections to actually power itself, so it's way more energy efficient. Now you give something like that the power of the sun. What are we doing? What in the holy fuck are we doing? Like, it's exciting at the same time, but but also when we're talking about the government doing shit to fucking just
I have a splitter.
the government doing shit to fucking control elections and stuff, and then we're creating these super like mind fucking power computer sun bullshit fucking Star Treks. Well, boy.
That's how they're going to do it. Skynet's going to take over by saying, I got a pocket full of sunshine. God, kill me already, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You know, an easy way to just...
I've got the... I can't even sing it like him.
It would just... They're gonna celebrate with fucking Panera lemonades. Just give them Panera lemonades.
He's going plaid.
Did you hear about that? The Panera lemonades?
No.
It's fucking a couple people died from it. The ones that are infused with caffeine. Yeah.
Pussies.
Apparently, it's...
I think it was probably meant for truck drivers and somebody else got a hold of it by accident.
Yeah. So, second person died. 30 ounces, refill.
Oh my God. 30 ounces?
Yeah, hold on a minute. I'm looking for the actual cider. Okay, yeah, so 3 flavors, charged lemonades. Panera offers approximately 13 milligrams of caffeine per ounce, similar to the restaurant's dark roast coffee, according to the company. That means 20-ounce drink with no ice contains about 250 milligrams of caffeine, and a 30-ounce drink is about 390 milligrams.
What the fuck? How much caffeine do you... Why?
Depending on the beverage size, Brown ordered that could have put his caffeine consumption up to 780 milligrams to 1,170 milligrams in one sitting. Now, just for context, average amount of caffeine in a cup of coffee is about 80 milligrams of caffeine. So, in a 30-ounce drink, 1,170 calories.
That guy literally had like...
Over 10 times the amount of caffeine.
Of a regular cup of coffee in one drink.
Yeah.
And then he got refills.
Yes. So evidently, Panera is like, well, maybe this is a bad idea.
Evidently, you can fix stupid without going to jail. Just let him drink Panera lemonades.
Yeah. And that's what I got. Well, minus the Sony thing. I can't remember what it was, though. Oh, Sony banning the resale of physical PS5 games.
What?
Yesterday, rumors began to circulate online that PlayStation has introduced a new clause that would ban the resale of physical PS5 games in an effort to bring you the latest news as fast as... Alright, that's just a shameless plug of himself. YouTuber RGT85 earlier in the days.
You have something sharp over there, buddy?
Yeah.
Some knife sucks.
Oh, that thing's old as fuck. Right there. There's an X-Acto blade right there. Plastic cap. Plastic cap. Plastic cap. There you go. He's got it. He's got a laser.
The lid. Stop!
Let's see. Following the frenzy, the community revealed that this isn't a new term at all. The term is real. It's not new. The term under 7.1 of PlayStation Terms of Service reads, you must not resell either disc-based games or digital games unless expressly authorized by us and if the publisher is another company, additionally by the publisher. So everything that's on eBay is illegal. I wonder if they're... no, probably not. It's a term that circulated in the gaming community over a decade ago when it was updated for the PS4, which back then prompted PlayStation's Shuei Yoshida to state that you can sell or share your disc PS4 products despite the clause in the TOS.
Terms of service, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so this is one of those things. All right, well, here's the thing with that. So, PlayStation themselves said, listen, even though it's in the terms of service,
God,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But here, this is going right along with politics and government. That's a precedent. That just sets. Listen, even though it's illegal, we'll let you do it.
It's okay.
Yeah. But then you take that and pull back on a macro level, and you're like, listen, even though we're doing money laundering, and you're not supposed to, it's all right.
Even though we went to Epstein Island,
Song of Freedom, it's fine.
it sounds nice, but it ain't free. Dumb.
That elf's an asshole.
Fucking looking at me with judgy eyes. Fuck you.
The whole show, man. The whole show. He's got magic. So what are you doing for the holidays, guy? Boring. Bye.
Fuck you. Nothing tomorrow. Sunday, Dean and Kim doing their Christmas Eve party. We actually got an invite. Haven't been to that in a few years.
God, that was the last time I went to that was like 8 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while for us too. So then Monday, that's about it. Tuesday and Wednesday, the kids don't know, but Great Wolf Lodge down in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, taking them to the big ass water park. Hey,
Pennsylvania.
actually hurts.
Uh,
You suck, man.
I don't know what the hell. I know like the weekend tomorrow and Christmas Eve. I don't know Christmas Day after the morning. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it's just quiet.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
I just want quiet. I
So
don't
do
want
I.
travel. I don't want
I don't either.
just. I you know what's funny? Here, two things. Well, not two things funny. There's two things I'm gonna end on. What's funny is. Actually, I'll do this in reverse order. From the hip.
Everyone likes it from behind.
That's right. From the hip. So turn around. We're ready for this. We're doing this Senate staffer style.
We're not gonna
Right off the top of your head, give me 3 classic Christmas movies.
Christmas Story.
That's a must.
Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
Movies / shows, whatever.
A Christmas Story, Grinch Who Stole Christmas, and Die Hard.
All right. Well, I guess I'll do mine before I go to the next thing. What did I say? Classic?
Anything.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Good one. Bend over, I'll show you.
Peanuts Christmas. Charlie Brown and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Okay.
Yeah, definites. All right.
Year Without Santa.
Next 3.
Island of Misfit Toys.
3, which actually one year's could have went in this one, but 3 non-classic must Christmas watches.
Home Alone.
I would consider that a classic. That's a Christmas movie.
What? Non-classic?
Yeah.
It's not really a classic.
It's not like it doesn't. All right. What I mean is, it's not
All right.
considered. It's just something that's like this is holiday for me.
All right, I'm going to rescind my first 3 then. I'm going to go with The Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
Right.
What was the other one?
I don't know. Weren't you paying attention?
Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Christmas. Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Christmas Story, and I would say Home Alone.
And all right.
Non-classic.
I would consider Die Hard a Christmas movie, though.
It is a Christmas movie,
Yeah, but I think that.
but that to me isn't really a classic. But it's got like a classic feel.
See, I would just in the same way that I would lump Gremlins as a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Like, what other ones? Scrooged. Well, that is a Christmas movie. That's another one that's awesome. Classic one. Well,
Was that you?
no.
That wasn't me.
Weird. Shush up down there.
Fuck you.
Quiet. Anyway, non-classic.
Non-classic movie that makes me feel Christmas.
Ew. Poor Christmas.
Wow, that's a tough one. Trying to think. Dude, what the fuck? You got an animal or something? That's not me. There's something fucking like moaning from your floors.
Weird. Go.
Misery. Krampus.
That's one of mine. The 2015 one.
Yeah.
That oh shit, what's his name? That did Godzilla 2019. I can't remember. Anyway.
Oh, and Power Rangers, Secret of Ooze. Ivan Ooze.
Really?
Yeah.
That one's out of left field.
And there's one. It's because of one fucking scene
Yeah.
when Ivan Ooze puts him in the snow globe and shakes him. For some reason, it's like Christmas. It always like.
I hated Ivan Ooze because I was such a Lord Zed fan, but
I would say yeah. So, Misery,
yeah, Misery, Krampus, and
Power
Rangers.
Power Rangers too. And Misery because I think it's because of the snow.
It would be like The Shining. You're like, oh yeah, The Shining's.
Well, no, because she's like.
And he's gone. What are you doing? She's like, what? He's freaking out. Completely freaking out.
I don't know. Every time I move, I hear.
Go ahead.
So. Because there's a scene that it goes through the winter.
Yep.
And the whole time she's like, I love you. And like, this is so great. Like, I'll take care of you. And it's like, but I'm going to break your fucking knees and murder you if you don't do what I tell you. So it's like, I see that movie and I'm always like, all I can think about, because there's also one scene where he's wearing like a red flannel bathrobe. Yeah. And my brain goes to like jolly old Saint Nick.
Yep. I think mine would be Krampus is one.
It's a fucked up Christmas movie.
Well, this is way I could do this two ways. I could do this. All right. First, it's Krampus. Another must on Christmas.
It's a fucking hard one.
Well, the one way is I could just say the original Star Wars trilogy. Like, well, 1, 2, and 3. Well, 4, 5, and 6.
The original trilogy.
And I could fill up the list with... Really, I could fill up the list
Star
with...
Wars Christmas special.
We
We have to admit that we'll never be able to move on with our lives or get rid of that repressed trauma unless we admit we've watched it.
I've watched it more than once. I'm a masochist.
I think I've only watched it twice.
Like Star Wars episode 1 through 6, because to me 7, 8, and 9 is just fucking debacle, but 1 through 6 I'd be like, these are my Christmas movies, because Star Wars I've always equated since I was a kid Star Wars with the holidays. Just always have. So outside of the Star Wars saga, the Krampus, that saga, and another one. It's not really a Christmas movie, but it is a Christmas movie.
Drum roll.
I don't know, that last one's a hard one.
Thibodeau's Dallas. Because there's definitely a lot of giving in that movie.
It sure is. A lot of receiving, too. And it's all about giving and receiving. I don't know. That's a hard one. It is a hard one.
So there's a lot of hard ones in that movie too.
I don't know. What's it? I can't even think of a show that really. I don't know, because that's really the only ones I watch. Like Krampus. Even though that's actually a Christmas movie, so I can't even include that because it's a Christmas movie. It takes place in Christmas, and it's about like Counter Santa.
Have you seen
Damn,
hold on.
I just dwindled my list even further. So it's just Star Wars, really.
Hold on. Where are you? Now I got that The Year Without Santa stuck in my head.
Oh, I thought you were going. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Come and get your love.
Violent Night. Have you
Well,
watched?
there's Black Christmas. There's Violent Night. There's Silent Night, Deadly Night. There's what's another one? Well, Black Christmas. There's been like the original, like 70, whatever it was, 73 or 6 or whatever. And then there's the remake, Santa's Sleigh. There was technically you could say, holy jeez, technically you could say Ginger Dead Man. I've watched that. What the hell is this?
I'm Mr. Snow.
I'm gonna get another fucking
I'm Mr.
copyright strike.
Nope.
I'm about to go through and mute this.
There you go.
Everyone's gonna be like, "What the hell?" Are
It
they
wasn't 30
talking about?
seconds.
I don't know if it's 5 or 10 or 15 or 7. Might even be 7, 7.5. I don't know. I don't know, people. But until next year, Merry Christmas, I guess.
In the spirit of the holidays. Merry Christmas.
So what'd you get me?
Go fuck yourself.
Bye.
As soon as you turn off the camera, he's getting his gift.
Oh.
Maybe you should leave the camera on.